Hello, welcome to the Dog Pen. This is the Bulldogs latest news update. Bronson Xerri gone to the Storm. Jesse McLean signed for 2 years. Crichton selected for Game 3. And KIRAZ could be out for months. A lot to get into. This is your Bulldogs latest news update. Let's get right into it. We'll start off with talking about Bronson Xerri. We slightly touched on it last week. Where at that time he was linked to Eels and Storm. And recently, before it was announced that he signed with Storm, Dragons jumped in the race, but Storm have got it over the line. He is going to be leaving the Bulldogs next season. I think everyone sort of expected it, but look, I wish all the best of luck to him. I do think he's a quality player. I think it's a bit of a shame what we've done with him. A bit similar to Reid Marnie last season. I think it's a very similar situation to that. I've always been under the belief that something's happened between Serrato and Xerri. I can't get myself to believe that it's got to do with quality and form. I'm sorry, Xerri. If anyone's going to be dropped, Xerri shouldn't have been the first one to be dropped. I'm sorry, he should not have. So I don't believe it was to do with form. I believe it's got something to do with something that's happened back, back behind the scenes. Ultimately, we're losing a good player. I'm not saying he's one of our best players, but he is a good player. He's had a good tenure tenure, not tenure. I couldn't think of a better word, but you know what I mean. He's had a good career at Bulldogs, and I wish all the best to him at Storm. I think he'll do well. I think he'll be a good signing for him, and I hope he does well. Talking about signings, we signed Jason McLean on a 2-year deal. Very interesting. A centre, probably going to replace Xerri. Very interesting signing. Obviously, brother of Casey McLean. So look, if he can be anything like his brother, he'll be a good signing. Don't know how much money he's on. I assume it's probably not a huge amount. He's probably not a big marquee player. Well, obviously he's not. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see how he goes. Hopefully he can be on the level of his brother and maybe more. We'll have to see how he goes. I just wanted to quickly talk about. I thought it was just a conspiracy. I've got no inside information or anything. It was just a conspiracy I had that Burton would be moved to centres next season next to Crichton. That probably isn't going to be the case anymore with this signing. I assume he'd probably start or because we've got Tawala as well, who I think is still on contract. So what's going to happen. Whether look, it may still happen. Burnham may still move to centres. I don't know. Moving on, we'll talk about KIRAZ's injury. Now, I didn't watch the game. This is why I haven't done a match reaction. Some of you might have been waiting for it. I didn't do a match reaction because I didn't get to watch the match. I was working during that time, so I'm sorry about that. I hope we will be back to the preview this weekend and then the match reaction this weekend, and hopefully for the rest of the season. Hopefully I don't get any more shifts during a Bulldogs game, and at the moment I'm a new employee and I've already missed a couple of shifts, so I couldn't really take the time off. So yeah, I didn't watch the game. I know KIRAZ got injured with his ribs. He got a rib injury during the game, which isn't a good sign. Usually when you get a rib injury, it's not a good sign. So could be out for a couple of months. Hopefully not. He's already been out with injury this season. He was out for a chunk of last season. He's starting to become a bit injury prone, which is a little bit worrying. I think he's a quality player. I really do. I think on his day he can be one of the best wingers in the league. But unfortunately, lately injury hasn't been working for him. He's been really struggling with injuries. So hopefully that can clear itself up. Hopefully he can stop sustaining injuries. Because I really do like him. I do think he's a great player, and as I said on his day, I think he's one of the better wingers in the league. And I do believe that he can be a Blues winger as well. So look, yeah, but hopefully he recovers. Wish him a speedy recovery, and hopefully he's back sooner rather than later. The last thing I wanted to talk about was Crichton in for Game 3 of the Origin. He's the only player that got picked for Origin from our team. Burton missed out again. Obviously, KIRAZ has missed out because he's injured. But I don't know if he would have got picked if he was fit. I'm interested to see. Let me know in the comments. Do you think KIRAZ would have been picked if he was fit? I'd probably not, but I probably would have picked him over Bostock. But anyway, we won't talk about that. This isn't a Blues channel. This is a Bulldogs channel. But Crichton, personally, as talking as a Blues fan for a second, I wouldn't have picked Crichton. And even as a Bulldogs fan, I wouldn't. I don't want it. I wouldn't want him to go to play for Blues. And obviously he is, unless he injures himself in camp or something. I'm worried he's gonna that shoulder injury. I would have rather him have the week off. Look, we don't get to control it. He was always going to take the opportunity to play for Blues if he could, and he has. So I pray to God that he doesn't injure his shoulder more. I would have, as I said, I really would have liked him to have the week off anyway. But even as a Blues fan, talking as a Blues fan with no dog bias, I don't think he should have been picked anyway. I would have picked Kohler over him. I'm just being honest, and I'm probably going to get attacked for that and slated for that, but I'm being honest. But this isn't a Blues channel. Yeah, that's it. That's all the latest news. Sorry I couldn't do the match reaction. I'll be back with that next week. Well, sorry. I just realised before I said this weekend. We don't have a game this weekend. We've got to buy. So hopefully the next game, next weekend after that, I'll be back with previews and match reactions. I'm still going to be doing previews. Don't worry about that. Now this weekend, I did. This weekend I'll find something to talk about. We'll do another video for you sometime this week to replace the match day videos. So stay tuned. We've got more to come. If you like the latest news updates, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join the Bulldogs community that we're trying to build for Dogs fans to talk all things Canterbury-Bankstown. And until the next one, I'm out. Peace.